Okay, so it's time for a quarterly update, and I'm going to change things up around a little bit. I'm going to tell you what I'm playing in a minute. I'm playing for the rest of the summer. But before we get to do that, most of this channel is like just a ton of raw let's plays. Usually they're blind, which means I've not played the game before, and raw means I just really press the record button and I play it. So you'll get the deaths, you get everything. One of the best ways to kind of navigate this place, because I got so many damn videos, is you just hit the playlist button, and I've got like each playthrough will have like its own thing. So this will be like a complete playthrough of Bloodstained Curse of the Moon and stuff like that. And so let's go back over here. So try to use the playlist feature. I know that a lot of YouTube sites, creators don't really use that, but it's important for my channel. Okay. And then another thing we've been doing is that every Monday I put up a review for a game. Usually it's whatever I'm playing at the time, but if I'm working on the game, it takes 2 or 3 weeks for me to go through. Then I'll just do a review from a game I've beaten before that I have footage for. Or if you got a request or whatever, just ask me. Just give me a text in there. Hey man, how about review this? And it's like if I played it, then I'll review it for you. And I put that up every Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern time. I don't know what the hell the freaking time difference, for the rest of the world is, but 9 a.m. Eastern. That's East Coast. We'll get a review. I've been loving doing those reviews, and now I'm up to, I'm over 40. I don't know how many I've got. I've got plenty coming down the pipe. Plenty more just sitting there waiting for the next Monday or whatever. So I really like doing them, and I just press the record button and just freaking tell you what it is. I don't have a huge plan when I do it. It's like just freaking off the cuff. And I think I like that much better than saying, this crazy shit we've got going on with Last of Us 2, where like, this is the greatest game ever, and the freaking Metacritics from the users like, this is the worst game ever. It shit's all over the board. And so I like doing lots of little indie shit, and so, I like to give these indie reviews and stuff like that too. So also got basically on Wednesday, I'm going to have like a podcast. Me and Chad do a podcast, my buddy Chad. We've been averaging about 2 every month or so. It's a rough average. And, I really like doing these. We just kind of chat, yakety-yak, about current events. Oh my God, I'm about to sneeze. Brian, why am I about to sneeze? All right, we're good. But they're like current events. There might be a little bit of politics because, the fucking world's going to shit. And so, hey, man, you want to hear me and Chad bitch about it? Then, come and watch us on the podcast. You can get it right here on YouTube, on my channel. Or I think it's on Spotify. It's on Anchor FM. And it's a couple other places, too. So, I've really liking these. When I was working the night shifts, I listened to my own podcast. I loved it, man. So let's see what else we got going on. That's my main thing. Every other Wednesday or whatever, if I don't have a podcast, I'll just do a rant about some kind of common topic. I love bitching about Sony, and I love bitching about the new consoles. That's my favorite bitch topic right now. Or I'll do like a collection of games. Like we'll just get 4 or 5 games and talk about them. I've been having a lot of fun doing those. I do those sometimes with other people. But Wednesday it's kind of like open to the air. Monday's a review, and then everything else is, whatever Let's Play I'm working on. So let's talk about what we're going for next. I'm going to change it up. Okay. I got a list here. All right. Basically, what's happened was with COVID and all this other kind of crazy shit, I've kind of made a bunch of promises before I would do on my channel updates and haven't been able to keep them. So we're stacking that shit in here. We're going to get this shit done. And this list of 8 games here, I'm going through that shit, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit them in order. I'm going to beat them, and as far as single-player games, we're not playing anything else besides these shits until we're done. So, I suspect this shit's going to go into September, so I don't know when Neo 2 hits for PC. I don't know when Splunky 2 hits. I don't know when frickin' Cyber Shadow hits. It's supposed to be fall. I think it's fall. Serious Sam is August 30th. Who knows when Postal 4 hits? There's a lot of shit I want to play that's right in that window for coming out. And I'm running through this shit first. And I'll probably cry and bitch and moan if I'm stuck on a game. freaking Neo 2 hits for PC. Surprise, here it is. I'm like, no, oh no, I'll lose my mind. They did that with EDF. They did that with EDF 5. It just came out of fucking nowhere. Thankfully, I was able to get it when it came out. All right, so Hedon is pretty much like a Doom total conversion. Dude, it's a slow burn. I almost thought this game sucked, but toward the later part of the game, especially the later half, it really picks up. Really liked it. Just like a total conversion, it's kind of like just it's still Doom essentially, but it's like everything's been changed. So it's like a Doom engine game, but like everything else has been changed about it. I've really liked it. So Final Fantasy, I've always wanted to do like a solo challenge with a solo character. And so I kind of do that, and you know what? It's terrible. I freaking bitched and moaned, and it was god awful to do. I've already done it already. I just gotta freaking get it uploaded and all that stuff. It sucked, man. I might be bitching more in this than in Battletoads and Ikari Warriors. It's rough. And Origins is a PlayStation game, and they actually give you an access to essentially a save state. They call it a memo, and I pretty much say, fuck it. I'm not even halfway through the thing. I say, fuck it. Just started using the memos after every save because you could just get annihilated by stupid random shit, and it just pissed you off. I did get it done. Never doing that again. And I was miserable. Tahoe Luna Nights is my super indie hipster masterpiece, man. I'm going to show you this freaking game. I got this music going in the background right now. It's fucking awesome. I've already beat that too. Final Fantasy NES, I felt so bad about playing the Final Fantasy on PlayStation and playing with that one character. It was terrible, man. And that Final Fantasy is one of my favorite games ever. I'm talking about the original Nintendo one. And so I said, fuck it. I just did a random party. And I'm almost through that right now. I've been procrastinating Resident Evil 3. I've procrastinated over and over again. I would just pick random shit. Instead of, I need to beat Resident Evil 3. I need to get it done. I'm just going to run it on hardcore. Even if I really like it and immediately want to play, Nightmare or whatever the fuck my next mode is. I can't remember what the Nightmare mode. There's some mode that's like changes up the gear or whatever. I'm not going to do it. We're going to hold off. I'm going to get the freaking game done on hardcore. So probably under 10 hours because I got too much shit on my plate to handle. My friend Zach Clayton is going to let me borrow Last of Us, so I don't have to pay Sony to get to play through the game. And we're going to play through the game. I'm going to try. This is what I'll do. I'm actually several months ahead. Well, not several, but I'm at least a month ahead on my actual videos that I've done. See, I've already pretty much done through the first 4. And so what I do is I'll upload The Last of Us 2, play it and upload it, and I'll keep it on private, and I'll see if Sony tries to claim the video, because I think they're going to try to claim all the videos. And if they do, then I'm not going to actually do the playthrough on YouTube. I'll just play through it and review it. I'll do a review. Hell, I'll just use a static screen if I have to. With like, fuck you Sony on the front, because they won't claim that, will they? It's a YouTuber thing. It's really on the, the YouTuber side. Some games are just fucking bastards as far as shit being claimed. I'm not even worried about them putting monetizing it. This channel's dead. It doesn't get monetized anyway. I don't want strikes or anything like that to be used against me, because that could I'll get my channel deleted. Fucking Sony. So we're gonna hate playthrough Last of Us 2, man. And I hope I can actually use all the footage. I probably can't. I don't think I can. I think when Abby pops down, they might claim all the videos from Abby on. I don't know. So hopefully it's there. Otherwise, you're just getting a review. And then finally, well, not finally, but this is the big bastard motherfucker that has been on the chip on my shoulder. It's been sitting behind me for a couple years now. I had a plan to just do a bunch of games. A lot of them I'd beaten before. Just do them and try to do them with one man. I was thinking about, man, I've never done Mega Man 2 with one man. I know I could do it. I'd probably work a week or two at it, and I got it. Or I could probably do Ninja Gaiden and NES with one man if I worked really hard at it. But in my massive, massive ego, I'm like, I picked probably the worst fucking thing I could pick. The worst thing I think that I could possibly do, but it being really hard. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to play Contra Hardcore Uprising with one man. And, yo, that's fucking, it's insane what I've set up for myself, but it's time for me to get to it. It's time to get to it. And once we get to it, that's what we're fucking doing. If it takes 100 goddamn hours to do, if I'm playing this shit in 2021, then that's what I'm doing. I'll nuke melt my channel and have 7,000 plays for this game until I get the damn play I need. And that's what we'll do, Kitty. Kitty don't give a shit. This is Kitty. This is all about me and how great I am. Dude, if I beat this game, my ego is going to go through the fucking roof. More than likely, is I'm going to be humiliated over and over and over and over again. And so when I finally do win, I'll have to be humble about it. Because I got my shit kicked in for 100 hours. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen, Kitty. Kitty don't care. Brian, do you care? Brian doesn't care any. Alright, and this is another game. Divine Divinity Original Sin. I love Baldur's Gate. It's one of my favorites. I would think Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are going to be my top 5 RPGs of all time. I'd have to sit there and think. They would definitely be top 10. Hell, maybe even top 10 games, period. Baldur's Gate 2 is fucking phenomenal. And I really like the first Divine Divinity Original Sin. Back when it was on, I actually played on Xbox, the enhanced version. I was planning to play with Jason. Jason quickly said, fuck this. But I played through with a fucking controller. And so, it was, Original Sin 1 is awesome. And I've heard that number 2 shits on it. And so, my friend, my real life Brian friend, Lord Humans McBrian, got me this. He got me this as a gift. And I've been sitting on it, man. And I feel bad about it. And so, we're going to hit that shit. And so, this right here is heavily leaning on my plate. I'm going to have to get this shit done. Not too much worried about Resident Evil and Last of Us, but these last two, these are major projects, major, like wizardry level or grimoire level projects for me. And, you know, is it 100 fucking hours to beat Hardcore Uprising? Well, man, it very well may be. And this one, I'm sure it's going to be 60 minimum, because the Original Sin 1 was long as fuck. It was so good. And so after we beat Hardcore, we'll kind of treat ourselves to a reward, because I have a high expectation, and I think that this game's going to be able to live up to it. And so that's what we're going to do, and I'm fucking very dedicated to this. I've got to really set my mind. Make sure I actually upload this video and don't delete it. Dude, I can do it, man. I can do it. This is the biggest amount of work and pressure I put on myself. Probably ever. I would say even more than Akari Warriors. But hey, at least these games are fun. Akari Warriors is fucking miserable to play. So, you know. But it's time for me to get to it. Because as soon as I can beat this one, man, I'm sure we're going to pick something easy, man. We're going to pick something like, you know, the original Contra or Mega Man 2. Something like that I can, you know, work on, have fun with, do a hardcore run on it, and then, you know, probably get more views for it than just a random blind play that I mostly do. If I have a challenge, I think I'll get more reviews. But that's the plan, so we'll see how much I fuck this up. I'm setting myself up, Kitty. We're setting ourselves up for the shit. Let's do it.